Back in December, I saw that Kevin Feige was tweeting, and I thought, oh, well, you know, why not? Why not? So I tweeted him along with Bob Iger with my Star Wars piece, and I said, hey, look at this. You know, if ever you guys want me to do something like this for you, I'd be more than happy to do it. The next day, I got contacted by Asad Ayaz, who is the VP of Marketing for Disney, and he said that they saw the artwork, they really liked it, and they would like me to do something for them. They weren't sure what at the time, but they said, okay, let's keep in contact, and we'll try to find something for you to do. And then around New Year's, they contacted me, they're like, okay, we're gonna talk to a whole bunch of theaters and see if they're interested in using your artwork for something, right? So we'll show them the Star Wars stuff and we'll see if anyone's interested. And then I think it was about February, that's when they came back and they said, hey, we have a theater that's interested in you creating this big art installation for the theater, okay? So they're like, okay, we know you don't have a lot of time. Like you only have, at that time it was about 6 weeks or so, 5-6 weeks, and like, what do you think you could do for us in 6 weeks, 5 weeks? Because they knew that the other one took me a long time, that took 7 months. And I said, well, you know what, I knew why they went to me in the first place. I told them, I know it's your 10th year anniversary, MCU's 10th year anniversary, I still want to touch every single film. So it won't be extensive as the Star Wars one, but what if I drew like a poster image for each film and have them kind of combine together to create one giant image, starting from Iron Man 1 all the way up to Black Panther. And they like that idea, say, okay, just show us what you wanted to do. So I spent a week to put together some thumbnails for them, just so they get the idea, and they like the idea, and they said go with it, and it's been a whirlwind ever since there, 250 hours worth of work over the course of a month, and to where we are today, for sure, yeah. Here at the Scotiabank Theatre, it's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, around 10 feet by 11 feet tall. Okay, so it's actually a full visual experience. So on the one side, we will have the full mural. Okay, on the other side, we're going to have some television monitors set up, and it'll actually show me drawing the entire piece. So I filmed myself as I was drawing it. I drew everything traditionally. So I started off pen and ink, Bristol board, Micron pens, and Sharpies, actually drawing it together. Then I scanned them in, and then I colored them digitally. So all of me drawing them traditionally, I filmed all of that, and that's what we are going to show on those monitors at the Scotiabank Theatre. So, for me, it's like telling the backstory behind a particular piece. Like, it's one thing, like, for example, when it comes to, like, for example, villains in movies, right? It's one thing when you actually see them doing bad things, but then when you see their history and see why they started doing these bad things, it gives you a whole another appreciation for it. And that's one thing I love about showing the process of putting together these pieces of art. When you show how much love and attention goes into every single piece of art, it gives everyone that sensibility of and more appreciation for the final product than just seeing the final product itself, when you see how much work and labor actually went into that final piece. So that's one thing I love about YouTube, is actually seeing the full process. I know, and a lot of the younger generation nowadays too, that's where they go to learn. I'd say my favorite and most challenging, I'd say, was the Black Panther one, actually, because one thing, I love doing that one because there was so much detail. I'm a huge detail guy. I love detail, I love drawing ships, but even just the intricate details of all the outfits itself, like Okoye's outfit, right? There's so many like little lines and stuff. I love doing that. Black Panther's, even just his face mask has so much going on in it that I think that particular piece, out of all of them, that took the longest out of all of them, just because I wanted to get all those little fine details in them. But I have a lot of the pieces that were my favorites throughout there. I like the Doctor Strange. I like all of them. They're like your children. You can't pick between your children. Each one of them, I love them for different reasons. And every time I was drawing them, I was brought back to every single movie, and kind of remembering and trying to capture the essence of each of the movies. And then some of them, it's like particular scenes, like I remember like that shot of the Avengers where they're looking up, right? I wanted to make sure I capture that the way people remembered it. That's why that's there at the bottom of them looking up, because I wanted everyone to have that feeling like when they were at the movie theater seeing that scene for the first time.
And how many cities is this going to be in?
It's going to be right here in Toronto, the Scotiabank Theatre, starting this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Also, it's going to be in LA. That's going to be the main one, and actually the original art will be at the main one in LA. Also, you're going to find it in China, and I believe also in South America and Europe as well. So, thank you for having me on. You could follow me on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/theboxofficeartist, The Box Office Artist. Also follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram @BoxOfficeArtist as well.